If Michael Jackson had just capped off Thriller with track 8 instead of track 9, he would have created one of the most flawless works in music history. But for reasons that are hard to fathom, he tacked The Lady in My Life onto the end. Nope. Lady in My Life is a transcendent song. It's a brilliant production and it's the perfect closer to the biggest album of all time. And I'm going to show you why. Check this out. Recorded in September of 1982, The Lady in My Life was written by the great Rod Temperton at the behest of producer Quincy Jones, who requested a ballad for the Thriller album. What he came up with was genius, right from the intro. That's big sound from big extended chords. Also, listen to all the space in the song. There are so many layers of production on this album that Lady sounds almost minimalist in comparison. And there's call and response all over the song, starting with the synthesizer and the guitar. These seemingly little details of the song were conceived by Rod Temperton. Quincy wasn't even there when the guitar was tracked, but Rod was. That's Greg Fillinganes on electric piano playing those beautiful colors. And the late, great Jeff Porcaro on drums, playing as simply, maybe, as you'll ever hear him. You can hear that we're in the key of A minor, the same key as Stairway to Heaven. And I know I'm not the only one that caught that single trumpet moment in that first pre-chorus. It's uncredited, and it's the only horn moment in the whole song. It's a classic Quincy Jones texture, and I'm guessing that it's veteran trumpeter Jerry Hay. Now that chorus is a thing of beauty.
And baby, through the years, even when we're old and gray.
In music theory, it's using what we would call a borrowed chord. Everything is in A minor, but when it comes back home, it borrows that A major chord and it sounds glorious. Again, listen to the call and response, this time between the synth and the vocal.
So listen to my heart, lay your body close to mine. Let me fill you with my dreams. I can make you feel alright.
And did you know that there's another verse to this song that didn't make the album?
Don't need no fortune or fame. I just want you close to me. It's no mystery.
So good. When we get to the bridge, the song starts to move and go up a little bit, and that's mostly thanks to 3 synthesizer parts. To the left, moving 16th notes. To the right, a part that climbs up in half notes. And on top, that high keyboard strings part. One of the most remarkable things about this song is how it maintains this slow burn for 2.5 minutes. That is until after the last chorus, when things start to boil over. It's the same chords from the intro, but suddenly the rhythm guitar appears. The background vocals are more prominent.
Stay with me. No, just got nowhere.
And pay attention to the great Louis Johnson on bass here. His line develops from this to this. To this. Come on now. When asked about the vocal over this section, Michael Jackson said, "Quincy wasn't satisfied with my work on that song, even after literally dozens of takes. Finally, he took me aside late one session and he told me he wanted me to beg. That's what he said. He wanted me to go back to the studio and literally beg for it. So I went back in and had them turn off the studio lights and close the curtain between the studio and the control room so I wouldn't feel self-conscious. Q started the tape and I begged. The result is what you hear in the grooves."
Don't you got nowhere? I love you, I need you, I want you, babe.
Also, listen for those climbing strings again. Before this section, quite literally, reaches its climax.
And I love you, babe.
Right before that last 80 seconds, the denouement, the coda, the cuddle, brings us back to earth again.
I wanna give you one.
It also serves as a smooth landing for an album that dares to go where Thriller went. For a journey that includes rock, dance, and pop music, to end with the R&B lady is like the delicious dessert to the meal. Click that thumbs up if you like grown folks music. Let's acknowledge that The Lady in My Life is a great song and give Rod Temperton his flowers. Not only did he write it, he basically co-produced the track. After 40 years, it's a song I've always loved and the one track on Thriller I keep coming back to. So do yourself a favor and check it out.